Hello, my beautiful people. Welcome back to Jackie. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to my videos. Thank you so much for coming back, to looking at me, to listen to me. Thank you. To all my beautiful Team Jackies, thank you so much. Thank you to all the new subscribers. Thank you to the whole subscribers. Thank you. Anyways, guys, let's get into it today. Today, guys, we're going to let's explore African living in Poland. You know, Miss Mwango, she lives in Poland. She just got married in Poland and creating content in Poland with her new husband. And now all of a sudden, people are saying that she got deported. Is it true that she got deported? We don't know. Anyways, guys, we're going to talk in broad terms today. Not only Mwango, we're looking for Africans that are living in Poland. So, okay then. So, today what I'm going to look at, I'm going to look at the population of Africans in Poland. We're going to look at if there's any homeowners in Poland. Any car owners that are Africans that own vehicles in Poland. We're also going to look at African content creators, if there's any apart from Mwango, which I think there's quite a few, like the interracial couple that she brought on her channel. Those were from Poland. And any churches, black churches, African churches that are in Poland. Any black pastors, any African pastors. We're also going to look at business owners. Any Africans, do they own any business apart from, we're not looking at just backyard braiding or you know, backyard nail salon. We're just looking at, you know, more business owners in general that own businesses as an African in Poland. Also, we're going to look to see if we can find any professionals, like any lawyers, African lawyers that are living in Poland, African doctors that are living in Poland, teachers, airline pilot, etc. Guys, some of these stuff we're really going to have to do some research on Google, okay? So I'm going to look down a bit because I'm reading, okay, guys? I can't read and then talk to you guys at the same time. We have to concentrate on what we're doing here. So anyways, guys, listen up for a little bit, okay? All right, so now Africans in Poland constitute a small, diverse and growing community with a population rooted in 20th century. I want to know the exact number though, but we're going to try to explore. Educational immigration, now increasingly driven by work and study opportunities in major cities. While some report experiences of racism or curiosity-driven steerings, some of them people experience that when you're there. A 2023 study found that people of African descent in Poland reports some of the lowest level of discrimination among surveyed EU nations, with many finding the country safe, welcoming, and conducive to, let's see what else here. What else? I'm Googling this, guys. Let me see what's going on here. Okay, conducive to professional, particularly in IT and professional growth. Key aspect of the African diaspora in Poland includes demographics. The community includes students, professionals, and families. Major countries of origin include Nigeria, South Africa, Zimbabwe, Cameroon, Kenya, and others. So we find African countries like Nigeria, South Africa, Zimbabwe, Cameroon, Kenya, and others. Location. Most Africans live in larger urban areas such as Warsaw, Krakow and Lubin, where there are universities, okay, where there are universities and international business hubs. Experiences. Okay, experiences are varied. Some report positive interactions, noting the younger generation as welcoming, while others experience stares or racial slurs. A 2023 FRA report found 21% of respondents experienced discrimination in the last 5 years in Poland. It's a very racist country, guys, so that's what we're exploring. Opportunities and challenges. Many work in IT, education, or run private businesses. Students can work while studying, and those under 26 are exempt from income tax. Wow. Providing opportunities for integration. So those under 26 do not pay taxes. Communities and culture. There is an active presence of African students, and some, like those in Lubin, are involved in local faith-based communities. Okay, and we're going to look at a video in just a second. There's a video here by this person here, Aleshin Loi. This was recorded in February 2025. You can watch this video to hear about personal experiences of being Black in Poland. Let me check into the video to see how we can hear some stuff about being Black in Poland.
She's got influencer brand.
That's my pay partner. You gotta use. Yeah, they compare just of sides, so you owe it.
It's going to affect your livelihood, which makes it the difference. So what most people do is they live in Poland and they work in the neighboring EU country. So which means they are working and earning their salary in euro.
Okay, so people are saying that most people that lives in Poland, they work in the neighboring European countries. So this is a Nigerian that's living in Poland. This is a very short video, but we're, like I said, we're exploring to see, because like I said, mwango, she lives in Poland, but she does not bring any of this good content to us so we can see exactly, is there Black people in Poland? Is there more Africans in Poland? Which, as you can see, there's quite a few Africans that are living in Poland, guys. So
and then they are using the money, their income in Polish zloty. So which means if you earn what was it called 10 euro in Germany, you earn 40 zloty in Poland. So this is like kind of, so a lot of people come from Poland to work in Germany and then they go back. Some people even rent apartment here, so they have their life there. So means they stay here from Monday to Friday and then they go to Poland back on Friday. So on Sunday they come back again, or on Monday morning. So this is like kind of how it works. But in terms of if you really have like a really good job, or let's say if you're someone who have, let's say, good remote income, for example, like a guy like Tyra, who wants to live in EU or a place like with Poland could be like a really good choice for him, because he's really earning good salary, and then with his livelihood and everything over there, I think he will be able to do it in a really good and a smart way. So in overall, I think my own experience with Poland is, let's say, it's not the best country, but it's just like a fair country. And this is my own experience as a whole. And I have more than 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years experience with Poland, because sometimes even I go back and forth. I even go there sometime for holiday, just like maybe a week or something. I'll just book myself out.
Okay, as you can see, this guy is saying that Poland is not really the best country, but it's still a place that you can live. Okay, let's look at some other stuff that we can do in Poland.
If you want to, stay in Europe or live in Europe, or, for that, for other things. So I think, yeah, I would consider that, staying in Poland for Not talk. Yeah, few experiences and the beautiful people, you know, they are open-minded, which is a good thing for, you know, for us, and they're welcoming. They want to understand where you're from. They want to know your culture, you know. So it's nice. I just, for me personally, though, you know, because this is like my own story. I don't have issues with the females and, you know, the Polish girls or the Polish guys. You know, I'm cool with everybody.
Okay. As you can see, Poland is a racist country, but guys, like this in this video here, black people in Poland, some of these people, they don't have a problem. I think the younger people more that are going to school in Poland, they are the one that really is more accepting. They have a curiosity where people stare at them, you know, people sometimes they racial slurs are sent at them, but they're saying for the most part, they still can live in Poland. And the reason why I'm doing this video here is because the way OD Mwango and her boyfriend is living there, the way they live there, they don't show, you know, that guy really don't show his culture too much. And with the vast amount of people are saying how racist Poland is, so we have to explore and dig in ourselves to find out what's going on in Poland, guys. Guys, now let's look at the population of Africans in Poland, the population itself. The black population in Poland is extremely small, representing a tiny fraction of the country's population, with 99.8% of residents identifying as white Polish. While precise update figures are limited, the number of people of African descent is estimated to be in the low thousands. So you can see the low thousands, often focus in large cities like Warsaw and Krakow. So there's not a lot of Africans there. Maybe I would probably, it says thousands, low thousands. So let me see some more. Google's a population size. The number of Africans, nationals of people of African descent is very low, often noted as one of the lowest in the EU. Typically, cited as well as under 5,000. Whoa, that's very bad. Under 5,000 in early 2010. Reports with little change in demographics since. Wow. There's not even 5,000 black people in Poland. Not even 5,000 black people, guys. Now I'm gonna look up to see if there are any black homeowners, any business owner, any black churches. Let's look at the churches next. We're looking to see if we can find any black churches in Poland, right? Okay, yes, Google says that yes, there are churches in Poland with predominantly black international or expat congregations, particularly in major cities like Warsaw, okay, Wrocław and Krakow. Examples include the Gospel Baptist Church in Warsaw, an international English-speaking evangelical or Pentecostal community that cater to diverse, multicultural and African population. So Gospel Baptist Church, bracket Warsaw, mentioned as a congregation with diverse members. Vertify Baptist Church in Warsaw, an English-speaking independent Baptist church. So they got quite a few churches. New Covenant Church, Krakow, an international evangelical church. And there's another one, international churches, communities. Other cities like Wrocław also host multicultural church plans. So there are some churches there, but it's mostly into the city like Warsaw, guys. Not where Dee Mwango comes from, living in that village. We don't know what village she lives in because she's afraid to say what village. Dee Mwango is so afraid to, she's so afraid, guys. So I'm hearing rumors about Dee Mwango that the reason why Dee Mwango took a break is because she's been reported to immigration because Dee Mwango is not supposed to be working and collecting salary as a content creator in Poland. She needs to have permits, and she also needs to get working permits because working for YouTube and getting a salary is your earning income. So she's over 26. She has to pay taxes, all that kind of stuff, guys, goes on to it. But we're going to dig some more into all this. Yes, guys, some of people that's been coming in my comment section based on the live stream that I've created yesterday, asking where is Dee Mwango, and she's saying that she took a break from what she put in her community post several days ago, that she's taking a break. She does not want none of her subscribers them to contact her to find out in the name of concerning how she's doing. Back with the insult again, she was insulting them. She was telling them that she was taking a break, but she was also insulting them to let them know that they should not come looking for her. But my question is, and a lot of people's question, I've seen a video based on what JT was doing about as a content creation as a YouTuber in Poland. And I'm trying to get into it to see if Dee Mwango was following, she was working in Poland illegally, or she was just following the rules. Maybe they're saying that maybe she got caught filming in Europe. Maybe she got trouble with that video that she did. It's a number of stuff. Some of them are saying that she got deported. We don't know how true that is. But anyways, we're digging and exploring to find out what's going on and to find out what's going on with other Africans that are living in Poland. This is the title of this video today. Let's explore African living in Poland, and Dee Mwango is an African, which she's included also. Okay, so Google saying yes, you can absolutely create YouTube content in Poland. It is a fully supported country for the YouTube partner program, allowing for monetization, brand partnerships, and access to a large active audience. Okay. All right, so the Polish YouTube ecosystem is robust, contributing to significant economic value and supporting many creators. Let's look somewhere. There's a guy has a video that has to do with Poland. But let me read this before I get into the video. Key consideration for YouTube in Poland. Language and audience. If targeting local viewers, using Polish is crucial. Content strategy. Avoid superficial, clickbait driven or disrespectful comparison to other countries. Instead, focus on authentic storytelling, which is highly regarded in Poland. Monetization and taxes. As part of the EU, YouTube creators in Poland may have up to 10% tax deducted from US viewers' earning, depending on specific tax treaties. Okay, legal and copyright. While you can easily create content, be aware that downloading copyrighted non-public domain material is generally illegal, with strict rules against distributing, seeding copyrighted content. We know that YouTube don't tolerate copyrighted content already. Market potential. Poland is a viable market for both local and international content, with many creators thriving by sharing their experiences of Polish culture. Let me see if we can get into this video here. Hold on a second.
Overexposing Poland can lead to some issues, but I don't particularly have a problem with content creators coming to Poland. The world can only benefit from discovering some of the amazing things that we have here. But doing a little bit of browsing around the internet, you can see that some content creators have discovered this little like Aladdin. What does Aladdin have? A lamp. He has a lamp. This is Aladdin's lamp that they rub it the right way, and then this genie comes out and, of course, gives them a lot of views and a lot of subscriber. Do you get the analogy? And the particular issue that I have with this is that many of these influencers are saying things and covering certain topics, maybe not because they truly have an interest in that, but because it generates views. It generates, of course, subscribers. But I want to make it clear on the first minutes of this video that this is not a manhunt. I am not out to get someone in particular. As a matter of fact, I'm even trying to keep myself accountable, because by making this video, I think it's a good way to keep us content creators somewhat in tune with what the locals like and what the locals think is appropriate. Now that I live here and interact with Polish people all the time, I've gotten a different perspective than I had, the first 3 years of making content when I was living in the UK. Now, let's get on with it, right? What are those things that I think content creators should stop doing in Poland? The first thing is this over-dramatization of what Poland is like. You see the thumbnails. They come and start saying that, oh my God, Poland is so cheap. Poland is so modern. I did not expect this in Poland. To be fair, it's not so easy for content creators. And I know that we can get a little bit of a blame because, we are using...
Okay, guys, that's another guy's perspective about Poland. 5 things that I was just looking up on Google, that some of the things you should not do content about when you're in Poland. It can be a problem. So, what I'm trying to do here, I'm trying to look into the way mwango function, the way how she moves, the way how she puts stuff out there to the public, the things that she lies about, the things that she says, the inconsistency as far as her promises, the way how she and her husband operate in Poland. It's just so misleading. mwango is one of a content creator that is very, very misleading. Number one, I think she takes advantage of her large numbers. She does not do her research when she go to these countries. She just walk around and blah, 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 and run into this and run into that, but she really don't actually produce good content anymore. And mwango should make sure, if you're in Poland and if you're breaking the laws in Poland, if you know you need a permit, if you know you're not supposed to work in Poland, you're really not supposed to be doing, if you're trying to become a citizen of a country, you can't be on your YouTube channel saying that you're looking for strong passport. You cannot be on your YouTube saying that you marry someone, or allegedly you're marrying someone to get strong passport. You want Muzungu babies, and your passport is better than our passport. I heard somebody came in my comment section and said that there was a lady from Australia apparently is reporting about mwango. She watched mwango's videos where mwango was asking her husband for the strong passport, and she was saying, oh yes, she deserved that strong passport. I heard that lady constantly reporting mwango. Apparently she knows about what goes on in Poland. She's close to the Polish community, so she has reported mwango several times to the Polish immigration. I don't want that for the mwango. I would not wish that for her. But if you're on your channel selling yourself that you own, you know, you want strong passport. Me personally would not marry a man for a passport. I'm not gonna marry a white man just to have mixed children. That's not how life goes. Everything has to fall in naturally. You can't force things, you can't fake things. You don't like the way how you look because you're a black female, you're from Africa. No matter how many black Muzungu babies or mixed babies you create on the face of the earth, you still identify as a black woman. You still look like a black woman. You cannot hide yourself. So when you put yourself, you and your brother put yourself in position that you want Mzungus, you still look black. You're still black. You can't hide yourself. You were created a black woman. Your brother is created a black man. No matter how many mixed children, even all the children, them is still going to look like you guys. They might have a little lighter complexion. They're still going to have the boring nappy head like you guys. They're still going to look like you guys. So I don't know why you guys are selling yourself shorts like that. Africa is a beautiful thing. There's got a lot of beautiful African people. But people like you and your brother are making Africans look really bad. Now I've got to be searching and digging around to find out, you know, what are the benefits of black people living in Poland? Is there any black people that have own homes, they got home ownership, any businesses? I'm looking to see if I can find anybody that has black business. I'm looking to find black lawyers, black doctors. Anyways, guys, let me do my research and come back. Anyways, guys, I'm researching, and my question is, do we have any black lawyers or any black doctors in Poland? Okay, it says that yes, there are black professionals, including lawyers and doctors, working in Poland, though the overall black population is very small. Every time I research something, it says the black population is very, very small. And the impression that I got doing my research, less than 5,000 black people living in Poland. Let's read on. All right, population is, yeah. Organizations like Black Justice in Poland exist to support Africans and Afro-descendant residents, including legal assistant, while international legal firms operate in the country. Finding specific demographic data on professionals is challenging. Legal support, organizations like Black Justice in Poland specifically work with and support black individuals in Poland, indicating the presence of legal and professional support structures. Professional presence, while data is scarce, there are foreign trained doctors and professionals working in Poland. Context: the population of people of African origin in Poland is estimated to be very small, which limits the number of black professionals in any specific field, guys. You see, this is in general what we're looking at. It's not very many doctors or lawyers in Poland. There are, but they're very minute, very, very small. Very, very small. So I'm exploring. I'm trying to find out, to see what's going on. I'm trying to find out, guys. I'm curious. I'm trying to find out if there are any black businesses that are owned in Poland. Any African people that own their own business in Poland. Okay? And when I've Googled this, it says that based on the available search results, there are no comprehensive public directory listing specific business-owned businesses in Poland. However, the following entity is notable for supporting Afro-Polish community. There's no black business owned in Poland, and that's very bad. I think that's very, very, very bad. Okay. All right. So black in Polish collective. This initiative serves as a support network, okay, for Afro-Polish individual, raises awareness about racism, and provides resources. They have partnered with the Museum of Modern Arts in Warsaw to produce workshops and educational tools, and they offer services for individuals affected by discrimination. So this is the Black is Polish collectives. This is the organization. Okay, but there is actually no Black business owned in Poland. Okay, let's see if we can do some more. For locating specific current Black-owned businesses, such as restaurant, services, or shop, in cities like Warsaw and Krakow, it is recommended to look for community-driven social media group, Afro-diaspora, directories in Europe, or local support initiative that highlights minority-owned enterprises. So this is very difficult. You already find Black-owned businesses. Now, before I come out of all of this, I want to find out if there's any Black people that actually own their homes there. My question is, are there any Black homeowners in Poland? Because we know that there are Black people, African descent, and Africans living in Poland. But my question is, can we find any that actually own their own home? So let's look into this. It said, yes, there are Black homeowners in Poland. While the population of people of African descent is small, estimated to be slightly over 4,000 individuals, not including those with mixed heritage individuals from diverse backgrounds, including Black professionals and expat, live, work, and own property in the country. Let me see something here. Property owners, foreigners from outside the European Economic Area, the EEA, may need a permit from the Ministry of Interior to purchase property, but it is entirely possible for residents, including Black expat, to buy homes and apartments. I figure more or less once you have that bread, once you have that money, you definitely can own a home in Poland. Okay, demographics. While the number of Black people in Poland is small, the population is increasing, particularly in larger cities. Integration again. Although there are no minorities, Black individuals live and work in Poland, often in skilled professions, and have opportunities to thrive and buy homes similar to other residents. While there are Black homeowners, they represent a very small percentage of the overall population. There do have some Black homeowners there, guys, but they're teeny tiny bit. So maybe the mwango can become the exception if she follow all the rules in Poland. Okay, also now we have to look at one other thing. Okay, we looked at the African population in Poland. We looked at that. We look at the home ownership. I won't even bother look at cars because I know people own cars everywhere. African content creators. I'm going to look at some of the African content creators next. We know that there's some churches there that has a Black influence, but we don't know if they're the owners of the church. We know that there's not any Black businesses there. Yes. And we know that there might be professional lawyers and doctors. I didn't look at any teachers there. But next, I'm going to look at African content creators in particularly. Guys, as we said, We're looking for African content creators in Poland, which we know there are because mwango is one of them. mwango living in Poland now for the past how many months. She's married to a Polish man and she's a content creator. So that's one, mwango. Let's look to see if we can find any more. Also, we know the black interracial couple, the lady from Nigeria that was on mwango's YouTube channel. And we also know about another lady by the name of, her name is also Dee. And she's a content creator also. And I think she's from the same village where mwango comes from. But let's look at a few others. Based on okay, let's see. Yes, there are African content creators based in Poland who share their experiences, lifestyles, and perspectives on living in the country. Based on recent social media trend and content, as of 2024 to 2026, here are some examples and platforms. Okay, number one, Africa _in_ Poland. This one I think is maybe she's on Instagram. She does on Instagram, a platform highlighting African-owned businesses, culture, and life in Poland. So we're gonna look into those. I hope we have time to do that. Another one is Aliens in Poland. Okay, at Aliens in Poland, a content creator focusing on the experience of being Black in Poland, including discussion on racism and daily life. I want to definitely tune into her. I'm definitely going to look her up in a minute. Another one at Miss_Sunny Era, a creator sharing her experiences as a Black woman in Poland. Okay, let's see if we can find another one. YouTube/Instagram creators are various creators documenting their lives as South Africans or Nigerian in Poland, often featuring street interviews and lifestyle content. So let's see if I can find this lady here. Africa in Poland. I think that's the name of her. Africa in Poland. Let's look at her. Africa in Poland. Yes, guys. So we know that there's another content creator, Africa in Poland. She does stuff about Poland and her experience in Poland as an African woman. So we see her channel here, Africa in Poland, right there. We see her channel right there. So there's quite a few content creators from Africa that are in Poland. So, and we I think this is her right there on Instagram. So let's see if we can find another one here. Black Americans in Poland, South Africans in Poland, Nigerian on racism and being Black in Poland. Okay. Being Black in Poland, Miss_Sunny Era. Yes, guys. So yeah, we already know that, you know, there are quite a few things that I personally would not live in Poland. Personally, I would not live in Poland. Poland is a bit too strict. Poland to me is not for the Black community. Poland is not for people of who are Afro descent. You see that I would say that they're not too friendly and helpful when it comes on to the Afro community. And the reason why you find out that Africans like Nigerians, Cameroon, Kenyans are in those places, they're in places like Poland, because place like Poland is actually better than where they come from. Because they have, even though they experience racism there, they experience the passport issue, the border issues and stuff like that, freedom of, lack of movements going from one country to the next African country. Most of them would rather be in Poland, even though there's a high racism in certain area. There's a lot of racism, and they function mostly in the big cities. But like the place, like where mwango is, where there is no black folks, they're in the country, rural areas. In those areas, you will not find much black folks. And that's why when mwango go out in public, people look at her and they might say racial stuff about her. Like that time when she was in sauna, when she was in the swimming pool, how they were looking at her dirty. Her husband was filming her. Her husband was just being so insensitive of how mwango feels. Or to me, her husband does not care how people accept mwango. He doesn't care about that. I think he's mostly using mwango because of her channel, because of her money. I don't think mwango husband has mwango's best interests at heart. Excuse me. And I don't think mwango husband is telling her and, guiding her in the right way where she can get her permanent residency. I think mwango's husband is holding back on her. I think mwango's husband at some point is going to try to sabotage mwango. I feel like mwango is not going to get that permit or that passport or permanent residency easily. It's not going to happen for her easy. It's not, because our husband looks like he has a very, very bad dark side. And we definitely can see the type of person that mwango's husband is. mwango, every chance she get, she's shouting out her husband. But if you notice, her husband don't shout her out on his channel. To me, I think my opinion is, I think mwango's husband is ashamed of her. I think the reason why he does not go out in public with her, doesn't take her to dinner, that was just a front when she just got there. When she just arrived there, the money came. So he had to show out a little bit by taking her to eat pizza, by showing here. But mwango's husband is not showing how the bus route runs from where she's at. He's not showing her the activities that she can do. It's not only going to the YMCA or wherever they are to go swim or to go to sauna. There's a lot more to do in Poland. He has not taken her to skiing. There's a lot of snow over there in Poland. We don't see him teaching her how to ski. We don't see none of the winter activities that she claiming that they were going to do during winter time. All mwango do, mwango right now to me is living in a deplorable and a degrading situation. That's where she lives. When I see how mwango present her content with those dogs, those cats, a lot of people have animals, dogs and cats, but they have them contained. They have them in different rooms. They know how to function with their pets. Soon as mwango go on live stream, the dogs are jumping up in her to bite her. The dogs, especially that brown dog, the Esac dog, wants to bite her, wants to tear her up, wants to do all kinds of stuff to her. The husband seems like he's so unconcerned. The husband don't really care if that dog were to hurt mwango. You can tell the husband, really, I don't see where the husband really and truly loves mwango. And I cannot believe that mwango, you're so desperate to the point where you cannot see, you can't feel the vibes, you can't listen to your subscribers, you can't take a little telling. Why can't you listen, mwango? We don't see positivity for you. Your husband don't have you in a good light. Your husband does not shout you out on his channel. When you see a man married to a woman, when you see there's no honeymoon, there are no plans for the future, there is nothing when it comes on to my wife. You know how many people on YouTube have husband and wives? Look at Naka and Dam. You see Naka and Dam, they go out every day. You see the baby, they adore their child. They go out, they do stuff in Dubai. Mwango she's like a sitting duck. Mwango is like a lost sitting duck right inside of that farmhouse. Ever since Mwango came at that farmhouse, you don't see the uncle doing no kind of farming. He don't do potatoes no more. He doesn't do eggs no more. Every day Mwango is outside chasing the eggs. The chicken them don't even have time to hatch out anymore. They're so desperate for food. Every now and then you'll see her go to the grocery store. That's the only place that her husband takes her, is to the grocery store and to that place to go swim. And he's the one that I understand. He's the one that likes to swim. But very rarely that you'll see, that's from that first video, you'll see him swimming, and he's not even interacting with his wife when he goes to the pool. When they go to the pool, Mwango is the one that's recording for her content for her YouTube. He doesn't show Mwango. You don't see them hugging up, swimming. You don't see they doing any water sports. You don't see they look like they're enjoying themselves in the water. All I see when Mwango goes in her bikini and go in the water, she's swimming by herself. Everybody is looking like that on Mwango. The kids them are looking like this. Oh my God. The kids them are saying, what is this I've never seen a black person in this place before. Everywhere Mwango goes in that swimming pool, the kids is like the children. At least one time when I saw her in the pool, I saw two children were just looking at her. It's like they could not believe that they're there. And it's like the children, they wanted us to get out of the swimming pool quick. Another lady that was in the corner all the way on the other side was looking at her, while Pedro was filming her and watching the people and looking at Mwango with scorn. Not just Pedro. Shame on you, not just Pedro. Not just Pedro. Shame on you. You cannot even protect your wife from this type of scrutiny. You can't even make your wife look good in Poland. You're so afraid. You don't want to be bothered with your wife. Every day is an excuse about work. My husband worked from 7 p.m. till 3 p.m. You can't even take your wife out. All we saw when she just got there, you guys were going hiking. You guys were doing this, abandoned home content, all this kind of stuff. You can't you can't take your wife to a skiing resort and make your wife make a content of her learning how to ski in Poland. You can't even do that for your wife. You can't even take your wife on a boat. You can't even take your wife to ice fishing. You can't even take your wife, not just pedo. We see you. We're seeing through you. You're not about this life, not just pedo. You're not about this life. You know for a fact that you don't love this woman. Why did you marry Mwango? Why are you embarrassing this African woman like this in Poland? Not just pedo. Why don't you make your life look good? Do you know a lot of men has interracial black wife? A lot of men has wives and they adore their wives. Look at how you have Mwango dressing. Look at how you have Mwango dressing on YouTube. One different foot of socks, smelly socks. You have her in bed with dirty clothes. Look at that big old spot that she had on that green sweat bottom. You're making your wife look bad. We don't see your sister come around no more. We hardly even see your mama these days with Mwango. You guys got tired of Mwango already? Huh? You guys got tired of her already? Not just pedo. Not just pedo. It doesn't look good. It doesn't. Where is your father? Where is your dad? Your mom was at the wedding. Your sister was at the wedding. Your brother was at the wedding. Your sister's people and other family member were not just pedo. Where is your father? We saw your father one time when D Mwango was driving up to your home. And when your father looked inside of a car and seen that you were bringing over black money, whoo, where is your daddy? Where is your father? Why aren't you living in town with the rest of your family members? Why do you have D hidden up inside of that dark, ugly, Polish farm? It's only a dog and animals that live in places like those. As bad as D Mwango come from Kenya, as bad as the way she live in Kenya, nobody has never put her inside of a farm where the chickens them live at. Where she live at, she don't sleep with the chickens them. She don't sleep with no dog inside of her house where she live at. You see the house where she come from, Congrats mom got a house now. They don't live in mud houses anymore. They used to live in mud houses before. But you see that mansion that Mara built for her, and you see the way how D Mwango furnished Congrats mom home. D Mwango was not living like that. Look at the way how D Mwango is living right now in Poland. Not just pedo. You're not looking good. And her subscribers are telling her, oh my God, my son-in-law, these stupid, foolish subscribers, Doreen, Small, Marshall, whatever you want to name, you want to tell me that you guys can look in it and tell D that D is not living a good life in Poland? There is no citizenship. There is no permanent residency. There is no strong passport is going to make me live like that. My advice to D Mwango, she needs to go back to Africa. She was living better life than what she's living right now in the sake of marriage. What is just so important about this dude, because this dude is a Mzungu? Why you African people in Kenya or wherever you are can stop worship in Mzungu? You guys are Mzungus are not no better off than you guys. You are just as important as a white person. Why you guys worship white people so much? Put yourselves down. Make yourselves look so bad. You guys feel that, oh my God, if a Mzungu don't come around you guys is not important. You guys feel that Mzungu skins are better off than you guys' skin? Why you African people are still in the slavery mentality? Why you guys are slaving yourselves? You guys can't even get proper jobs in your own country, in Nigeria, in certain parts of Africa, but the Mzungus them can come and take you guys' job because of you guys' fault. You guys are the guys, you guys who are the ones who have Mzungu up high on a high pedestal. Why you guys are like this? Africa is a wonderful place. There's Africa, many different countries in the continent of Africa. If you go to certain parts of Africa, you don't like it, you can move to another part of Africa. Look at over in Ghana. Certain parts of Ghana are so beautiful to what I see in some of Modemaya's videos, Modemaya video. And just because you come from a Kenyan bush, all the way up in the Nebaanse bush, it doesn't make you less than anybody else. Or you might be less economically, but God put us on this face of the earth. Every man is equally, we all look the same way underneath our skin. This is just a covering that we have over our skin and our bones and our blood to protect our interior. We all look alike under the skin. So why you and Mara worship Mzungu so much? Why you guys let Mzungu take advantage of you guys so much? Why? Look at how he's treating her. You want to tell me that congrats, ma'am, David Jr., I am Mara. You guys can't see in your eyes and look to see how your sisters are living over in Poland like a dog? You guys will stoop low like this just because a strong passport. Just because a strong passport, you will worship the Muzungu, kiss his feet, drink the water because a strong passport. If this man tell the mwango, look right here, come and lick out my body. The mwango will do it right now just because a strong passport. If this man come and say, oh, I'm going to pee in a cup, the mwango, open up your mouth, let me pee in your mouth. The mwango will do it because of a strong passport. You guys have lowered your dignity. Did you ever had any dignity at all? Did your mom raise you with any kind of sense? Did your mom raise you with respect? Why you gotta be on YouTube disrespecting yourself like this? And now we hear that people are saying that you got deported. And when you have subscribers out there that really and truly care about you, really and truly want to check you, you come out and you disrespect the subscribers then. And you know what's the worst thing about this? We got some Jamaicans. Your main source of support is the Jamaicans. And you know what upsets me is the stupid Jamaicans, them, the stupid ones them that can't see how disrespectful you are, the stupid ones them that can't see how you insult them, how you dog them out, and they still come back licking like a puppy dog and the demwango. Demwango, you're not that important. Demwango, take care of your life with your husband. You're not looking so good. And all this other stuff about you taking a break. Are you really taking a break, Demwango? Demwango, exactly where are you? Did you get deported from Poland? Did you? Do you have immigration issues, Demwango? Are you allowed to create your YouTube content where you are? Are you having problems with creating your content? Are you having problems with not just pedos, family? Are you having problems with them? What is the main reason why you would take off and go on a break? Ever since we know Demwango says that YouTube is our main source of income. People who do YouTube as their main source of income, they cannot afford to take off because once you don't put up a video, you're not going to get paid. The video them that you created in the past, they're not going to bring you that amount of money like what if you were creating every day. YouTube views, all of that, the views, the subscribers, the watch hours and all that kind of stuff depend on the videos that we create. Demwango, why are you missing off of YouTube? Come out and tell your subscribers something. We know that there's nothing wrong with you. You're not hurt because we saw you share your mom's video in your community section. We saw that was probably done about a day or two ago. Demwango, you need to come up and explain to your loyal subscribers what is going on with you. Maybe if you come out and explain the right way and stop hiding and stop pretending and stop pretending like everything is going on, maybe you'll get more help. We see you're nothing but a big pretender and a liar. Stop lying so much. Stop pretending. Be yourself. You got to be authentic here on YouTube. Just like how you bring out all of your business with all your man them on YouTube, bringing all these different men them on YouTube. Are you having problems with your husband because you've had those men? You had Atita, you had JD, you had Jam Tours, you had Mikael Ponte, you got all these different, you had all of these different men on your channel. Are you having problems with your husband because of all that? Come out. And that little post that you write into the community section, oh man, that was dumb. You could have come out better and explain yourself in a video and let your people know in a video, guys, I'm gonna take a break, but you're gonna write an appreciate note. Come on, what kind of a nonsense is that? That don't even make any sense. Appreciate note. That you're gonna let your people know that you're gonna take a break off of YouTube. How long are you planning to be gone for? A week, a month, a year? How long? We're still gonna be here. We're gonna be calling you out, whether you're on YouTube or whether you're not on YouTube. We want to know what's going on with you. And When by me exploring and seeing some of the stuff that goes on in Poland, I know you're having a lot of problems in Poland. You're catching hell in Poland. And not only that, the main problem is your husband. You're catching hell in Poland. And it's about time you come out and let us know what are going on with your mwango. Anyways, guys, I'm going to call it quits right here. Like, subscribe, comment, and share. #Team Jackie.